Hey guys, Dan here with another book review. This time we're reviewing Reincarnation Blues by Michael Poore. Never read this author before. Started reading this book on Valentine's Day of 2018. I had come across this as I like to browse my local library's new book section, and I saw this. I don't usually get drawn in by like pretty covers. I'm not the type of person to judge a book by its cover, literally with books and with people, as the saying goes. But yeah, I saw this. It's the title and the cover's beautiful. The title sounded interesting. I've always kind of been interested in reincarnation. I am a person who believes in reincarnation. And I read the inside flap details about the book. I love the fact that somebody else who reviewed this called it The Many Lives of Milo. It does involve a guy named Milo who is reborn. He's been reborn like 100,000 times or something by the time of the end of the book. So, and it's also a love story. Like, the inside flap tries to really promote it as a love story because Milo is in love with death. But not the same way that Thanos from the Marvel Universe is in love with death. It's a different way, and it's kind of hard to explain, and I won't go into detail about it because I don't want to spoil it, but you'll have to read it for yourself to understand that relationship. Plus, it's not really the main plot of the book as the inside flap kind of suggests. The main bulk of the story is, like I said, The Many Lives of Milo. It goes over many iterations of Milo and how he lives in different ways, different time periods. And this is another thing that I noticed, and it's something you really have to be able to be okay with, is that time is not linear in this book. And it kind of makes sense to me because if you think in a physics kind of way, I mean, we think of time as being from point A to point B, and everything's just in a line. So it's a kind of a different concept, the one that takes getting used to, and one that I didn't really have a problem with. I did enjoy reading this. I felt like there was some kind of wisdom to be gained from reading The Many Lives of Milo. The author makes a lot of interesting points and different scenarios, which I thought was really, like I said, there was a lot of wisdom to be gained by reading this. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with the author. He seems like somebody really cool that I would like to have a chat with. But I know that'll probably never happen, because I'm not somebody who's big in the books community who's going to have the chance to interview, an author. But, just throwing it out there, if you watch this, Michael Poore, I'd love to chat with you. But yeah, aside from that, I did think this was really interesting. It has a cute little subplot of the love story with Susie, who is a.k.a. Death. It was kind of a sweet little love story when they did focus on those parts. There is an interesting concept with the way the afterlife is, and yet again, I'm not going to spoil that for you. I really think that that's something you should read the book for yourself to find out what Michael Poore's afterlife is like. I really did enjoy this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, although I do not think it's perfect. At one point, when it was getting towards the end, they got their happy ending, and I felt like that's where the story should have ended. And I'm not saying it was wrong for the author to add more lifetimes for the couple, but I felt like, I found it interesting to read more about them because I liked reading about them. But I felt like it kind of ended abruptly. I mean, it did have a poetic kind of ending. Like, I'm not saying the ending was bad, but it just didn't end the way I thought it should have, or how I kind of expected it to end. And I think that's one of the reasons why I decided to give it not a 5. Another reason I decided not to give it a 5 is towards the end, the lives kind of get muddled. Like, he'll be talking about one lifetime of Milo, and then he'll be, like, talking about other lifetimes without segmenting them properly like he had in the chapters prior. So I found that kind of complicated and a little confusing. I mean, not confusing, but just it didn't seem to suit the flow of the book as it had flowed up to that point. So I did find problems with that. But, like, it wasn't a bad problem. Still rated at 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It is enjoyable. So far, all the ratings I've been reading about this, everybody really enjoyed this book. So you can't go wrong with it, I guess you would say. I didn't really see any bad reviews. Not that I'm going to seek them out, but maybe I will because I'm kind of interested. Hey, I really enjoyed it. Of course, I will have a link of it down below. So if you want to purchase a copy for yourself, like I said in the past, I don't get AdSense anymore, so it really helps out my channel. If you can purchase something through that link, every little bit helps. I get a small, very small percentage. I think it's like 6 or 7% of every purchase goes to an account for me, and I can't cash it out till I get like $10 or something like that. But yeah, every little bit helps. If you've read this, let me know what your thoughts are on it down below. I would love to discuss this book with other people if you've read it. I know that since the AdSense apocalypse, the views have kind of declined, so I don't even know how many people are going to see this video when it goes up. I know a lot of people on Goodreads, I try to do their video reviews so that people will hopefully watch them, but a lot of times they just go by the stars and they don't even watch these. So if you made it this far, grats, thank you. If you're not a subscriber and you're looking to maybe see other book reviews, I do read a lot of comics, so if you were interested in that kind of thing, hit that subscriber button for more. And that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, later.